Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, April 26th, 2017. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force is currently investigating a shooting incident in the Cotton Ground area that resulted in the death of two young men, 21-year-old Elvis Lawrence and 25-year-old Sheriff Williams of Cotton Ground. The incident occurred shortly after 5 p.m. on Tuesday, April 25th. Both victims were taken to the Alexandra Hospital where they passed away. Commissioner of Police Mr. Ian M. Quilly stated, "This incident brings to the fore the importance of the general public working with the police in the fight against crime. Too many of these incidents are happening in broad daylight and witnesses are not coming forward. We all have a social responsibility to do our part to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to justice and an atmosphere of peace and tranquility prevail in our communities. These senseless acts of violence are eroding the very foundation of our communities. It must stop. Let us work together, I beseech." Commissioner Quilly added, "We urge persons to come forward with information they may have regarding this and any other crime and criminal activity in our communities." He said persons can assist the police in this crime or any other crime by calling any police station in the Federation, Crime Stoppers, our confidential hotline at 1-800-8477, or by using the SKN Crime Reporter app on their smartphone to share the information. Construction work on the first 6 houses at the Nevis Housing and Land Development Corporation NHLDC Cedar View Housing Development Project at Maddens is progressing apace. Here is more in this report.
Currently we have 6 houses under construction. This project actually started just about 3 weeks ago. So we have made considerable progress over the last 3 weeks. As you pan around and look at the various activities that are taking place here at the development, yes, we have some construction taking place. We're hoping to start another 4 houses over the next week. And then once we are back here over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should be up to at least 15 to 20 houses under construction.
Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Minister of Housing and Land in the Nevis Island Administration NIA and chairman of the corporation's board of directors, said he is pleased with the quality and pace of construction at Maddens. Minister Jeffers explained that the infrastructure of other utilities are also being instituted during the construction phase and to hand over a completed development to prospective homeowners.
We already have electricity. We are currently putting in some 4-inch main which would bring water from the island main road to the development, and then of course you'll have the distribution lines that goes to the various lots. Once we're done with the laying of these pipes, then we'll go to the next phase, which is the construction of the main road surface in this development. So over the next 3 to 4 months, we should see this development taking proper shape.
Jeffers assured the prospective homeowners that once the homes are completed, they will move into a development with all the necessary amenities, and therefore it will be a smooth transition. He also commended the staff of the corporation who, he said, has embraced the project and have moved ahead and are executing it in a proper way. He said they are ensuring that everything is done in keeping with the high standards that the NHLDC has come to be known for over the years. Jeffers said the project would be a signature statement when it is completed.
Some 9 students from 3 secondary schools on Nevis today were treated to a breakfast lunch on the Tourism Youth Congress at the Hermitage Hotel. The Bank of Nevis sponsored event is in its 10th year and seeks to select a youth junior minister of tourism, which will eventually attend the CTO Youth Congress. Tourism Education Officer Dorson Otley further explained the purpose of the annual activity.
It's a roundtable of young people who will be discussing tourism-related matters. It mirrors the the roundtable of Caribbean Ministers of Tourism, Caribbean Ministers and Commissioners of Tourism. And I can say that for Nevis, we have reached a milestone as we are celebrating our 10th anniversary of Tourism Congress being held here in Nevis. So, a round of applause.
Mr. Fionn Jones represented the Bank of Nevis at the Wednesday morning event and emphasized the bank's support in this important initiative.
Today, we are especially proud to once again partner with the Ministry of Tourism in hosting this year's Youth Congress. We are proud of each participant as it takes great courage to stand before any auditorium and represent your school. To the participants, good luck. And we hope that you take the knowledge gained from this experience and make a positive impact on the tourism sector and our beautiful Twin Island Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
The students who participate in the annual event are often exposed to activities which improve their social and communication skills, and John Hanley, the acting permanent secretary of tourism, said the ministry is honored to host the annual event.
And it helps our participants, all of whom are teenagers, to develop very important critical thinking skills. It helps our participants to network with individuals and with other individuals that share a passion for all things tourism. And the persons who win, they will be engaging with persons from other territories, Guyana, Trinidad, Barbados, all over. And very importantly, Youth Congress helps you to develop your social interaction skills.
The students from the Charlestown Secondary School, the Gingerland Secondary School, and Nevis International Secondary School were introduced to members of the general public by Mr. Dorson Otley, the Tourism Education Officer.
For Charlestown Secondary School, we have Briandra Liebert, we have Dahlia Slack, and Mikkel Maloney. Gingerland Secondary School, we have Talia Doe, Devon Cornelius, and standby, we have Kitara Huggins. And last but not least, we have the Nevis International Secondary School, and we have Odama Prince, Ricardo Keynes, and standby, we have Timothy Keynes.
Following the breakfast, Devon Liebert of the Nevis Tourism Authority gave a lecture presentation regarding the objectives of this year's theme and how to prepare. Still to come, Minister of Tourism says works currently ongoing. We'll have the details when we return.
If you like dancing and whining and fretting till the morning. If you like
drinking, masquerading, live music always playing.
If you like islands of blue seas where people always smiling. If you like
street jams and bandstands where people will be jamming. Don't you miss this time, no.
Nevis Culturama 43.
Our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no.
Nevis Culturama 43.
The Caribbean's greatest summer lion. Don't you miss this time, no. Our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no. The Caribbean's greatest summer lion.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The second week of training for stakeholders attending the 8-day national training workshop in the use of climate models for decision making has narrowed the focus on a number of tools designed to build the resilience of participants and the use of effective tools and methods to better advise decision makers when developing plans relating to climate change. The tools that were developed by the Caribbean Weather Impacts Group, CARIWIG, include the Weather Generator, WG, the Tropical Storm Model, Simple Model for the Advection of Storms and Hurricanes, SMASH, and the Caribbean Drought Assessment Tool, CARIDRO. In an interview with the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service SKNIS, Cheryl Jeffers, Conservation Officer in the Department of Environment, gave an update on the training workshop which is being held at the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. She noted that participants are responding well to the training. She gave a breakdown of the training for the next 5 days, to which participants will get a more in-depth understanding of the tools and their uses. Participants will be exposed to the weather generator from Wednesday, April 26th to Friday, April 28th. Ms. Jeffers said that the tool is a new tropical storm model that provides spatial 15-minute scenarios of rainfall and wind speed over Caribbean islands under various scenarios of track, category, movement, speed, and historic notable storm. Upon completion of the training, the participants will be divided into 3 groups. Ms. Jeffers said that the groups will be asked to identify 3 different practical events, each working with a different tool, after which they will present their findings in a case study before presenting it to policymakers. This exercise will take place over a 6-month period. In Nevis, one of the major revenue earners is tourism. Minister of Tourism in the Nevis Island Administration, the Honorable Mark Brantley, says that there are many projects currently ongoing in the tourism sector. He spoke about the projects that will contribute to the tourism sector.
We have currently under construction Candy Resort in the St. James area. We have currently under construction Butler's Residences, also in the St. James area. We have currently under construction the expansion of Paradise Beach, which is going to almost double the size. We have just completed the near doubling of the size of Mount Nevis Hotel. We also have under construction Nevis Sunset. We have on the cards a Wyndham Hotel, which has been proposed, which has some local participation as well. We have on the cards Oasis Development, also in the St. James area.
According to Brantley, one of the reasons for the need for additional accommodation on the island is to encourage airlift.
Oftentimes when you talk to an airline, they say, well, you only have a handful of rooms. So the two go together. And so as part and parcel of that, and I believe Minister Jeffers has been charged by the Cabinet over a year ago. But just to tell you how long the process takes, but we have been working quite hard in terms of a project for the airport and an expansion at the Van Sammer International Airport, which will allow us to keep up and keep pace with what we're seeking to do.
The Minister of Tourism was speaking on the radio show Government at Work with host Keith Scarborough, who is the Public Relations Officer for the Nevis Island Administration. Government at Work airs on Bond Radio on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. And that's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.